Hey everyone, and welcome back to the table, where adventure, chaos, and friendships awaits. The threads of fate spin once more. Old bonds tighten, new ones form, and the story continues. Tonight we begin a new chapter, with new worlds, new faces, and the same reckless hope that's carried us this far. Grab your dice, find your courage, and let's return to the story. Now, previously on season one of Fate and Folly, The Chosen Ones, that followed five unlikely heroes: Agathor, Tank, Violin, uh, Linnea, and August, who were chosen by the Lady of the Lake to restore balance to the dying world of Finvar. Drawn together from across the land and even from beyond death, they were united by prophecy to reconnect the lost gods to the Weaver, the creator of all. Their journey led them through haunted castles, dwarven caverns, and blighted cities as they uncovered dark forces manipulating the world: mind flayers, corrupted deities, and the sinister four horsemen of the apocalypse. Along the way, they endured betrayal, sacrifice, and divine trials. By the season's end, the Chosen had freed the Lady siblings, united warring factions, and set the stage for an epic struggle to save their world from unraveling fates. Now I'm excited to officially welcome you to Season 2, Fate and Folly, The Convergence, a fable about a party of heroes who are tasked with defending the realms from evil while they search for a way home. This is Episode 1, Threads in the Fire. Now allow the cast to introduce themselves.
Hello, I am Jays, and I'm playing Cole Cinders, the Fire Genasi Bard, here to set your heart on fire.
Hello, I am Orphanage Arsonist. I am playing Neon Quillen Shu Penyu, the homebrew subclass monk based around animals.
Wendy? Hello?
Classic.
You gotta be kidding me.
Session 1, guys.
Is he gone, or did he...
He's not even here.
What?
Hi. Can y'all not hear
Intro.
me?
Intro now.
Hi, my name is Block. And, I'm gonna be honest, I was dealing with my nephew. I'm still lost right now.
It's just the
Oh
intro.
my god.
Who is your character?
Just-
Hi, my name is Block. I'll be playing Lenny Saku. The greatest and cutest, most adorable rogue in the world.
This is the guy who at the very beginning said, "Oh, if I'm not paying attention, I'm always listening." God fucking damn it.
My name is
I'm paying
Winter
attention to a
Animosis.
child.
My name is Winter
Sorry, go ahead.
Animosis, and I am playing Xenia Denarius. She's a Batkin artificer. Unfortunately, she herself is rendered mute, but she has a little, well, a pretty big steel defender companion that is capable of speaking. Its personality is a lot more brusque than hers, but we'll see how that goes.
Our fighter Sterpy is currently having microphone issues. He will be playing Kairos Cross, the fighter with a bucking gun.
Keegan?
All right. I'm Keegan, and I'll be playing Kayla, our paladin.
Okay, rough start, but we'll get better at it. Can I please continue, or do I have to wait for anyone else to decide that they want to play D&D tonight?
All good.
Specifically talking to you, Block, because we're kicking off with your character, and if you're not ready, I'm just gonna stop the stream right now.
Diddy, I'm here. I will start the stream, Diddy. Continue.
Thank you for your permission. Okay. We open inside a beautiful home in the capital of Finvar, Maintown. There's a fire burning in the hearth. The home is filled with the smell of stew cooking over the open flame, and the distinct sound of clanging swords can be heard in the courtyard outside. We focus in on a journal laying open on an itty-bitty bed. There are drawings of every type of weapon you can imagine, as well as diagrams of various monsters and their weak points. A gentle breeze blows through the window, and the pages turn back to the first entry in the journal. It reads, "The past year has been a story of many epic quests and adventures, but for me, Lindy Surko, it was the story of how I found my family. I was just a little gnome girl from Kitmos when Agathor, my big green guardian, came home. Then the world ended. Fire in the skies, shaking earth, and darkness swallowing everything. Somehow, Agathor and his friends, Tank, the tinkering kobold, Violin, the mysterious sorcerer, Linnea, the beautiful bard, and August, the helpful ranger, came back from the brink, chosen by the Lady of the Lake herself to save Finvar. I watched them fight monsters, uncover ancient evils, and face gods and demons alike. They lost people along their way, but never gave up. Agathor carried me through it all, always promising things would get better. By the end, the lady siblings were freed, their wars were ending, and hope was shining again. I didn't understand everything they did, but I knew this. There were the heroes of Finvar, and I got to call two of them Dad." We drift out the window to the stone courtyard. We can see the source of the clanging metal. Agathor, can you quickly just give a quick recap of what Agathor looks like?
Agathor, the one that's uh, I mean, it's been not that long, so they still pretty tall. They've put on a little bit more muscle. Their strength went from an 8 to a 9, so a little bit more muscle. Uh, they are ugly. Like they have one one like all black eye with like a red with a pure red pupil. The other one's more like a light greenish blue. They're still wearing just their normal uh I guess I guess whatever their kingly clothes would look like, or whatever their clothes are currently wearing. I don't know if they would probably have changed because I mean that last battle they were in was kind of fucked. So, but yeah, they look relatively the same. Still, they're towering height of 6'2".
Or so I was getting you to
Weapons
describe for
still on
any
their
new
side.
audience members that maybe didn't know what you looked like in the first place, but you're a half ogre, half orc kind of big guy. Um,
Yeah,
Now,
sorry.
please introduce, or not introduce, but describe what Lindy Suku looks like.
Right now, Lenny Saku, it's for reasons unknown as of right now to everyone. Uh, that it's been some time for Lenny Saku actually, and she grew to a staggering height where once before they were 3'5". They are now officially 3'9". So tall for a gnome, so tall. Right now they're rocking nice light purple hair into a nice little ponytail. Wearing some green, some brown, some purple leather armor.
Perfect.
They have.
Um,
Oh, sorry. Oh, did I cut
Sorry.
out? I think I cut out.
No, go ahead.
Nope, you're right.
Oh yeah. And they have an empty sheath on their side right now for a dagger that's gone missing, but they will soon find. That was the end of it. I apologize.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So, steel rings through the chamber as your daggers flash, catching the light of Agathor's greatsword. "Again," he roars. "You hesitate, and hesitation kills." Each strike drives sparks across the stone floor, echoing like memories of the last battle. From the shadows, Violin watches, arms crossed, silent and calculating. All right, Lindy, you're up against your big old pops here in a little bit of a training exercise in the courtyard. Roll me an insight check to kind of judge his movements and attacks.
Uh, sure. I guess I can definitely do that. Forgot to scroll down. Insight, I rolled for the first roll of the game. A 9 plus 2 for an 11.
He is still a little bit too great of a warrior for you to be able to kind of read and anticipate his movements. So you will not have advantage on your next 2 checks. You need to roll me an athletics check to be able to keep pace with his heavy blows, followed by an acrobatics check to try to dodge or tumble away from a possible death blow.
The roll's improving from a 16 plus 2 for an 18, and then a 13 plus 5 for 18 for both athletics and acrobatics.
That's
18
so perfect. So the giant greatsword comes down again, but this time you're able to use your daggers, such small little tools, to maneuver this sword in a position that makes your father kind of stumble, and you, with your swift agility, are able to slip between his legs and help him fall the rest of the way. And from the ground, there's a big thud, and he rolls over and looks at you. Um, and he kind of has this look of respect on his face, and he has a little smile. That's when Violin steps forth from the shadows, garbed in his kind of purple but sand the like desert folk garb, wrapped around his face still. Um, he looks to you,
Sorry
Lindy,
to
and
interrupt.
to
I don't think Violin would wear his face mask anymore. Sorry.
oh, okay, then that's fine. Without a face mask, so Get the Yankee steps forward. Um, Anyways, he looks to Lindy and he looks to Agathor. She's ready. And he beckons for the two of you to follow him indoors. Once inside, you see him spread a small map across a crystal-lit table. A black sigil, a spiked ring, marks the foundry near the city's edge. We've learned the emissaries of Dimensional Prowler, the EDP, are moving in. You must find out what they want and stop them before they find you. And Agathor adds in, trust your instincts, kid. Shadows lie, but your gut doesn't. And with that, Lindy, you go and prepare yourself for this new mission they're sending you on. This solo mission. Is there anything in particular you're grabbing?
Oh, yeah. The first thing I'm grabbing is immediately, it's inconsequential, but I go into the Agathor's room, and on the nightstand, I grab a weird severed hand looking thing. Just stick that in the book bag. And then oh, that's staying with me. I'm bringing that for every campaign we're in this world, buddy.
Christ. I cursed my campaigns with a cursed hand.
Yes, you did. Then, I will, go to my room started echoing. Sorry. I will go to my quarters to get the rest of my equipment. Searching through the mess that is her room. She will eventually find a dagger lying somewhere. Put that in the sheath. And yeah. They'll get a small purple bandana wrapped around their arm. I mean, they were already training, so they already had their leather armor and stuff on from there. And from there, it's just, menial items. Book bag with some supplies in it that might be needed. Yeah, she's ready to go.
Okay, so night folds over the city like a blanket of smoke. You move rooftop to rooftop, the hum of the foundry below you like a heartbeat. Roll me a perception check as you approach your destination, your target.
19. 13
Okay.
plus 6.
Sitting in the shadows, away above the rafters, you can look into the foundry through a window that you find. And you can see that below there are guards and people kind of patrolling a particular pattern. And with time, you're able to kind of watch and judge how they move. So you know where they are going to be when you go down into this foundry. Um, you can roll me a stealth check now with advantage because you are aware of the guards.
Oh. I'm going to use one of my abilities. Uh, wait, would I even have that now? I don't think I would. Never mind. That's a 9.
Damn, with
With
advantage.
advantage?
I rolled a natural 1 and a 2.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay,
For,
so
for
Lindy,
solo mission bidders, that's all.
yeah. Um, so you get into the foundry. Um, you saw exactly where all the guards are. However, you decide to make a turn into a room that you didn't see into, and standing before you is a room full of cultists. Hooded figures circle a floor-sized sigil carved into iron. At its center hovers a crystal pulsing like a heartbeat, distorting the air around it. You now may roll me an Arcana or Insight check.
And they're both the same, so I'll roll Arcana. It's 4, 7. I'm back, boys. I'm back. Yep, 7
Wait,
total.
7. Okay. This is a magical crystal. At the far end, you see a masked leader. Um, his voice kind of shifts like static. The weaver's threads tremble. Soon we open the first door. And as he looks over the crowd in front of him, he looks and sees you, and he points, "Intruder!" And the cultists turn around and they attack. Roll me a quick initiative.
Hello, gentlemen. Is this the ladies' room? The 8. Oh god, the rolls. The rolls.
That's okay.
Listen, stop it.
They rolled a 7, so you can go first.
Oh. Uh
So two cultists step forward towards you.
so from the looks does does the crystal in the far back it's pretty obvious that that thing is very important to them, correct?
It seems like they're worshiping it. It's kind of in the center of the room in this big circle, and they're all surrounding it. So yes, very important to them.
Great. Then with my dagger, the first thing I'm doing, I'm chucking it at that crystal, and I'm gonna bonus action teleport to it. But first, I gotta see if I hit the crystal.
Okay. Okay.
If they're worshiping it, I'm gonna shatter it. It'll be a +1, so then that. A good roll, 25 to hit the crystal.
Okay. Yeah. So you hit the crystal with your dagger, and you teleport to it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, you see them all kind of immediately go, "No!" as you do this. And then the crystal shrieks, a note that pierces bone. Light fractures across the walls, twisting space itself. The air folds inward, color drains, gravity tilts, and the sigil erupts. You're hurled upward as debris and light swirl together. You feel yourself falling through glass, and you catch glimpses of cities, forests, oceans, all colliding together. And then silence. Heat. Ash beneath your palms. When your vision clears, the ground burns crimson, and the sky is aflame. Hell. And we fade to black.
Oh god, did I start the campaign?
You just gotta roll a new character.
I started the campaign.
Lindy's first
Alrighty, guys.
action is to die.
I really expected Lindy to last a little bit longer, but tough shit.
Don't worry,
All right.
guys. This family has a habit of going to hell and back.
Hey, nice.
It's such a badass thing to say. Okay. Sorry, everyone's still here though, right? We haven't lost anyone.
I'm here.
I'm talking to you, audience. No, I'm kidding.
Present.
Okay, here we go. We fade back in. The plane of elementals bursts with color and motion. Rivers of flame wind beside crystal mountains and floating islands of mist, all converging around the glowing city of Harmonie, where fire, air, earth, and water live in perfect rhythm. Inside the blazing pyroclast amphitheater, hundreds of Genasi fans roar as coal cinders and the sparks, ignite the stage, their elemental energy lighting the night like a living storm. The crowd roars as colored flames dance across the stage. The smell of smoke, sweat, and magic fills the air. A banner hangs behind the performers. Coal cinders and the sparks. Final gig before the grand concert. Cole, would you please describe your appearance as well as your band?
Oh, the whole band. Okay. Curveball right off the bat.
Well, just
Cole
mainly you and
Cinders.
a little bit about your band.
Yeah, I got it. Cole Cinders is a fire genasi. He has very fiery red hair that almost looks like flames itself in some spots, and a little bit of smolder is kind of coming off of him. He's got dark, almost burnt orange skin. Um, very angular details, almost kind of elven. Some would say, many would say, most would say, very, very handsome for a fire genasi. Um, Piercing orange eyes. And he's basically wearing a leather armor getup that's like charcoal black with a lot of studs and buckles and playing a lute. And then he has behind him there are a couple of rock genasi twins that are playing I think drums, and one of them is playing the bass.
Yep.
They're just, just picture general people made out of stone. I think you can imagine it. Just a couple of dudes that kind of look like the Thing, but not Thing colored. And then there is a. I really should have had my Google document pulled up. There is a woman, Wind Genasi, who is helping with the backup vocals as well. Pretty elegant looking, wearing like a white flowy dress. She looks kind of more human like, just with like a pale blue skin, and her hair just kind of constantly moves like she is in the wind, even though there's not really any source of wind. And then there is a water genasi who is kind of um doing everything else the band needs, essentially. If the band needs like some triangle for a specific song, he's doing that. He's making sure all the sounds come out right. He's basically just like the roadie at this point. And right now they're performing their hit song "Set Your Heart Aflame."
Okay. So you stand center stage, microphone in hand, firelight flickering through your hair. Beside you, Jeffrey and Geode pound out rhythm and bass. Violet shreds her guitar with crackling gusts of wind, and Alistair, your rival, he steps in and starts playing the harmonium, kind of harmonizing with you and Violet's, almost like he's trying to overpower. His watery tone filling the room with a haunting melody. But the crowd still is chanting your name. Cole, Cole, Cole. Please, Cole, roll me a performance check.
Well,
Now, you also have the
Well-
option to add anything. You can do other things right now to add bonuses to this check. whatever you could think of to be creative to give yourself a more elaborate performance instead of just straight up rolling.
I look over at Violet and give her the look, and she looks back at me and just sends like a sends a huge gust of wind in my direction so that like all of my fiery accents are accentuated. So I am shining much brighter as I do this performance check than I normally would be.
Okay. Let's roll for that. I guess it's in itself its own performance check. Roll me a performance before that to see if that what kind of bonus you're gonna get from that. If it's high enough, I'll give you like a +3.
I got a 17 for that one.
Okay, that earns you the +3. So now roll me your straight performance check for the band, kind of all going together, and add a +3 to it as well.
That makes it a gentleman's 20. I rolled a 10
Oh,
again.
perfect. The crowd goes wild. Fire bursts harmlessly across the ceiling as your magic and your accents, like you described it as, ignites with the beat. And the when you finish off that song, everyone's calling for an encore. Everyone wants to you to perform one more time. Do you
Right,
give in? Do you perform that last song?
right after the crescendo and everyone's yelling encore, Cole will reach over and take Alistair by the hand and just kind of give him like the bro hug dap up type deal. And since they're water and fire, a ton of steam uh just starts kind of masking the stage, and then as the steam is clouding them, the band Coal Cinder and the Sparks will start to make their exit.
Not gonna do the encore? You're just gonna leave?
You can't give them what they want every time. We got to save the
Okay.
encores for the grand concert. The voice has to be pristine.
Okay. All right. So you leave the stage. Um, the crowd's cheers still echo as you step behind the curtain, sweat dripping from your brow. Um, the others laugh and pat your shoulder, everyone except Alistair. And you hear from the stage, Alistair begins a solo song. He stayed out in the mist.
Uh, I look at Violet and I say, did you know he was gonna do this? I look over at Jeffrey and Geode as well, and I'm like, did y'all, what's, before they can answer, I turn around and I'm going to grab him by the, uh, no, actually what I'll do is as he's performing, I'll just start like slowly plucking the lute and coming up behind him so that way it turns into uh, a duet instead of a solo performance. I can't let him steal the thunder.
Roll me another performance check, please. I was going to let you do it at advantage if you had stayed for the encore, but now because you're coming back, it's just a straight roll.
That's fair. That's only a 14.
Okay, let's see what Alistair gets for his performance check. Ooh, that is a 17. The crowd just appreciates him staying out just that little bit more. Um, but they still appreciate that you came back out, and you could hear once again some of the crowd is chanting Cole, but it's a little bit deafened compared to the Alistair, Alistair chants that have started. But as you wrap up your little duet that you have, you guys go backstage, and Alistair then goes and leans against a crate. His arms are kind of crossed, and his eyes are cold as glass, and he looks to you. Uh, you burn too bright out there, Cole. Again, this band isn't just you. We're supposed to be the sparks, remember? Not your backup dancers. It's time for someone else to take the spotlight.
Last time I checked, it is Coal, Cinders, and the Sparks. And, you're the newest member. Everyone gets their chance to shine. I make sure to spotlight everybody in the band. I don't understand. You could have just asked me. I would have worked something in. You don't have to be so abrasive.
Gasp. I'm done following your flame, Cole. I'm taking the lead now, one way or another. And with a crack, you see that he has formed this water whip that reaches out and slashes you on the cheek, leaving a little bit of a mark that quickly heals up with your burning, your internal burning. And you also take, also take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Howie! I'll just look at him and look at the rest of the band and just say, Alistair, I don't think you want to do this. This isn't gonna end the way you think it's gonna end.
All right, is that intimidation?
Sure, I'll intimidate him.
Okay, roll me intimidation.
Which dice is my scariest? Plus, that is a 19.
Okay. Perhaps. But someone has to stand up to you. This is a band, you see, not a solo artist. I'm doing this for all of us. And again, he tries to whip you, but this time he'll roll the hit. That is a 13.
That just misses.
All right, he misses this time.
I mean, I guess if he's this determined to attack me, I will pull out my rapier and retaliate. I don't want to actually try and cut him. I'm just gonna try to I know there's not technically the flat of a rapier, but I'm just gonna kind of hit him with the broad part of the sword, not actually stab him.
Okay. Roll me your attack.
19 again.
You hit.
D8 plus 3. You're not a D8. 6 damage. I'm sure Violet is probably being all eek gasp in this situation, but what about Jeffrey and Geode? How are they reacting?
They've got a little thing of popcorn, and they're kind of just sitting there eating, just watching it, bated breath.
I grew up with it.
It's fun. It's good stuff, right? Yeah, it's very good stuff. Okay. Well, he is going to try to water whip you again. Oh, but that's a natural 1. So with the flail of the whip, he ends up hitting himself in his eye, and now he's just kind of a little embarrassed and ashamed and injured. You think you're the only one the crowd loves? You think they'll remember you when I'm done here? And before you can... Oh, go ahead. I was going to say before, but go ahead.
I think you're drastically overplaying the situation, Alistair.
Before you can get any further, the tavern lights flicker. The crowd's cheers outside now twist into screams. A tremor runs through the floorboards. Glasses rattle. The flames from your magic suddenly bend sideways, drawn toward an invisible point in midair. And Alistair's voice kind of warps. What's happening? The air rips open, colors distort, music warps into silence. You reach out as the room stretches, the world unraveling like a song ending too soon. Fire bursts from your body as everything is pulled into the rift. Stage, instruments, and sound alike. You're yanked off your feet and swallowed by the light. Heat, sound, color, gone. Then nothing but cold and silence. You've been pulled from your world, your band, your stage. When the ringing fades, all that's left is the faint smell of smoke and the echo of applause that never ended. And we fade to black.
And I guess we're just all gonna die before we can start playing. Was
Good
there a light
playing,
at the end
JD.
of the tunnel?
All right, we fade back in. The wind howls through the shattered plains of Ayart, carrying the ash of cities long dead. Once fertile farmland stretches out before you, now nothing but cracked earth and skeletal trees. The sky burns a bruised red. The aftermath of the horseman's wrath still scars everything it touches. A lone figure walks down a fractured highway, the markings barely visible beneath soot and bone dust. Every mile you travel is a prayer, not for salvation, but for survival. Kayla, please describe what you look like to the audience.
She's got well kept armor, but none of it matches. It's piecemeal, patched together basically. She has long pink hair up in a bun out of her way. Hasn't Doesn't seem to have bathed in a while. Yep.
Kayla, can you please roll me a perception check? Or survival, whichever one you prefer.
Yeah. 15.
So you notice distant shapes moving, not quite human, across the ruined horizon. But more closer to you, you spot signs of a small caravan ahead, moving dangerously close to the edge of a roaring river. So as you continue along your path, the road dips towards a gorge, where the Ruthin River rages below. You remember this place. It once ran clear and calm, crossed by a simple wooden bridge where travelers used to wave as they passed. Now the bridge is gone, swallowed by floodwater, blackened with ash and debris. A family, a father, mother, and small child, stand at the bank, their cart stuck in the mud, their faces streaked with fear and grime. The man sees you and calls out over the roaring river. Please! We just need to get across! They're coming!
Do they look like they're looking? Where did they? Can I tell where they came from? Behind me?
Yeah,
Or
it was the same path you were walking along. You've been following those tracks because they have a cart. So you've been seeing those cart tracks for a while.
um, I'll take a glance back and before addressing them.
Well, nothing's behind you.
Oh. Are there any ambush points? If that would be like a grassy knoll type situation.
Where
Tree
you are
cover.
right now, it's pretty well open.
No,
It's the
that would be on the point where the family is.
no, that's it's a big between they're between you and a raging river, so they're kind of exposed and in a very precarious situation.
I'll just rush up. Looks like you got stuck.
Yeah, we did. Please help us. We must cross the river.
In this thing?
Not for carrying it. It's got all our life supplies.
You think,
Will you help
what do
us
you
cross
do
the
with all
river
this
with
stuff
all of
once
our
you get
stuff?
it across? I don't. Oh wait,
Yes, please help us get across.
sure. What do you need me to do?
I don't know. We're stuck. We got this far.
Got it. Do I know of another bridge anywhere?
This river is like the bridges that were across it were like this wooden one that you're aware of that used to be here. So if this one's gone, very likely most other bridges are gone as well.
Okay. Well, we can't really turn this into a river raft. Hmm.
You can turn anything into a river raft if you have enough floaties.
Do you have any empty barrels?
We have our barrels of food and water.
How far are you headed? Do you need all of it? Oh wait, dump out the water. I'll replace it once we get back. Or how much barrel of water is there? Because it can actually give us flotation.
I have 2 barrels of water.
Yeah. This could
I would
work.
say that looking at the size of the barrels, that would probably be sufficient to help get the cart across.
Okay. So we'll dump those out, secure those underneath uh where somewhere around the axles, but we'll have to take the wheels off so that they don't break. And then we'll launch it into the river. Yeah.
Question. How would you intend on giving my water back?
I know a few spells.
Oh, your magic! Excellent. How wonderful to meet you. Okay. And how do we intend on guiding ourselves across the raging river?
Great question. We can perhaps secure a rope bridge. I think I have a bow in my inventory, but I don't remember. I never wrote my inventory because I'm always looking.
Just so happen to have a hunting bow.
Great.
But I'm not a great shot. I don't think I could pin it into the tree in a distance. So if you could shoot, that'd be great.
I'll give it a go.
And here's some rope too.
Great. And then I'll climb across and secure it by tying it around the tree because the arrow won't hold the raft.
Okay. Should we put the barrels on first?
Yeah.
Let's put the barrel. So you help them with putting the
Take the
barrels
wheels
on.
off, put the barrels on. Yeah.
Roll me a give me an argument for what you would want to roll in this case.
For attaching the things, I'm gonna use my uh, my insight, my what's it, the heart song ability.
Okay. Can you explain that just because it's the first time for
Oh
the
yeah.
audience?
The people of Kayla's homeworld have the ability are able to I'm not going to do a good job, but they're able to detect the heart songs of entities and other entities, including constructs and rivers and uh, people, and basically it lets me swap out the proficiency of a skill with my insight proficiency and modifiers while using whatever ability modifier is technically relevant. So, like, strength might be used, but in this case, maybe intelligence.
In this case, you're kind of divining the how it would best be to position the barrel into this kind of wooden cart thing,
Yeah.
and kind of getting that peak kind of connection. So yeah, roll me your insight with advantage because you have help from the man.
23.
Okay, it seems pretty damn secure. Now shoot that arrow across and make yourself a little way to traverse.
Yep. 11.
Okay, definitely not secure enough to pull the cart across, so you will have to go first.
Right. It does seem secure enough to pull me across, though.
Perhaps, maybe the DM's going to make you have to roll something as you make your way across.
Say, who's chasing you? They are coming, you said. I asked.
Everything you're from here. This is terrible. There's so much bad. Everything is bad. We thought you were bad until you offered to help.
Oh, yeah. I get around.
They're always coming.
All right. Well, just start taking off my armor. Watch this while I go secure the arrow, the rope,
Okay. All right.
and then I'll
I guess you
climb
can like tie it.
across or something.
Where do you tie the end of the rope off to on your end to make yourself that kind of?
Big
I guess
tree.
it
What
doesn't
am I
matter.
looking around for?
I won't make you make that roll. That's fine.
You tell me.
There's something for you to like a big old boulder you can wrap it around.
Perfect.
Regardless, you're able to make that. So now you're gonna start traversing across. Roll me athletics as you're going across.
21.
Okay. A big wave picks up and hits you, and everyone on the shore is like, "Oh!" But when the wave passes, you're still holding on firm, and you make your way all the way across to the other
Give him a
side.
thumbs up. I don't want him to worry about it.
Okay, now secure up that rope, and you can beckon for them to come on over.
Yeah. You
All right, I'm
want
gonna.
to get a check or?
Well, it's gonna be them because they're gonna be pulling themselves across.
Oh, I'd probably just go back again.
You're gonna. Okay. Go back again. This time you've secured it, so you're actually high enough up when the big waves come. This time you're just above it, so you can
Okay.
make it across cleanly, and now you're back across the rope. However, you can only take the mother doesn't like traveling with the daughter, but the
Oh
father
my
will
gosh.
only travel.
Hated it.
You will all travel together, damn it. Okay.
I
Yeah.
give
So you
them a
get
speech on family togetherness and forgiveness or whatever they're figuring out.
in the post-apocalyptic world, family matters.
Yeah.
So you make your way. You make your way across, but you're going to need to roll me another athletics check as you're going this time.
Right. Yeah. I'm kind of holding the dude out.
I would allow you to do an advantage because the man's helping you, but you're dragging a very large cart with you with other people on it, so that kind of evens out to a straight roll.
15.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for him though. Okay, all right, good enough. A big wave does come by, and it knocks some of the supplies off, but everyone else is still on board, and you guys manage to make it all the way across with the cart. And as husband and wife are kind of looking through their supplies to see what it was that they lost, the little girl looks up at you and goes, "Uh, are you an angel?"
No, I'm just a person. I'm Kayla.
"Hi, Kayla." And then you hear
Hi.
it.
What's your name? Oh.
A low growl rises from the trees behind you. The air chills and the shadows twist. From the blackened woods emerge demonic beings crawling on all fours, their eyes burning with infernal hunger. The ground trembles. Somewhere distant, thunder roars. Or maybe it's something else entirely. Okay, roll me initiative.
16.
Okay.
I gotta put this ice cream in the freezer jar.
Okay.
Peter.
It's no food.
I'm back.
They're gonna be confused. Okay. You got a 16, you say?
Oh, I probably have guidance. Shit. Yes.
Well, you can add guidance to your roll.
No,
Can you roll guidance? Can you do that on your
I don't
initiative?
know.
or-
Initiative isn't
No.
a skill check.
Okay.
But all those skill checks I did.
Okay, so up first are these infernal beings crawling on all fours. They run towards you, and they're going to come at the. Well, you're the closest one, so they're going to run at you, and they are going to attack. So that is a 9.
That will not hit. Did
All
I
right, that is a.
my armor on?
I will say that. Why not? Sure, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20 for the second attack.
Swear
I'm
I
guessing
wrote
that one
down
hits.
the- Let's see. Let's say yes.
15.
No.
And another 15. 4 attacks, only 1 hits? Damn! Alright,
And
as
he
their
was well
claws
healed.
slash into you, that is going to be just... Oh, only 2 slashing damage. Alright, your turn. So before you, there are those 2 demonic beings on all fours in front of you. And then behind them, there's like a flying demonic being. So 3 enemies total.
I guess I'm gonna start by drawing my shield and quarterstaff and demanding they tell me who they are. Stop! Stay back! What's wrong with you?
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I know
roll
what
me in.
demons are, right? Have I fought demons before?
You fought lots of different things so far in your time here. Roll me a history check to see if this is something that you would remember and encounter with.
Sorry, I forgot that was like part of the apocalypse thing.
Yeah.
19.
Okay, yeah, you would recognize that these are not beings from your worlds. They are demonic, so they are from somewhere else.
So yeah, instead I would be drawing pop a shillelagh and hit something.
Sounds good.
One of these quadrupedals in front. Six, 4. 15.
And yes, that hits.
Oh yes, this is not for 9 magical bludgeoning. They don't even have wheels on their cart. I can't tell them.
Well,
Hide!
I would say that if you put your armor on, they've put their wheels on.
Oh great! Get out of here!
Is that your bonus action to do that?
Free action to talk. My bonus action was to cast shillelagh.
Oh, true. Okay. They're still in a bit of a panic. The way the combat's set up is that it does require actual effort on your part to be able to protect them and do just so. They hear you, but they seem to crowd together and cuddle and huddle next to their cart in fear, and they're not really moving to get going.
Classic peasantry.
Okay. The spiny guy in the back then is going to attack. He is going to use his tail and whip it and he's going to shoot out these spines from his tail towards you.
Mhm.
That is, not good. An 11, but that is a 22.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Oh, better. That is 7 damage. One of his little spikes stick into you and get just through the little gaps in the plates of your armor. All right, but he's still the same distance away. He didn't get into melee with you. All right, back to the top. These buckos in front of you. The one that you hit's going to attack you again. That is a 12 and a 21. So the 21 does hit.
Pretty sure that does it, yeah.
That's 6 more damage to you. But the other one is going to see the prime for the picking family behind you. So they're going to run away, allowing you opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Take that. $16 again.
What's your damage?
6 magical bludgeoning.
Right. And it continues to move. Is that how it works? Or do you hit it
Oh,
after
wait.
attack of opportunity and it
I
stops
have
moving?
Sentinel, right?
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
have sentence,
I have
it
Sentinel.
stops.
Okay, then he is stopped. But does he still get to attack you, or does that lose his turn then?
It just speed becomes 0. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature speed becomes 0 for the rest of the current turn.
Okay, so he's just going to turn to attack you then, because he can't get away from you.
Perfect.
Not fair. All right, that's a 4 and a 16.
No.
Okay, then that is its turn. Your turn, Kayla.
I haven't taken anything down, so I'll just keep wailing on that first thing. $25.
That hits.
Or 8 magical bludgeoning. Are my attacks looking effective?
They're looking very effective. In fact, this time when you hit it over the head with the your quarterstaff, you crush its skull and it collapses into the ground, but then it kind of almost like dissolves away into a pile of ash. One dead.
How many left?
2.
Okay, cool. And then one more flying.
Sorry, well, it's one flying guy and the one 4-legged guy. So
Oh, okay.
those 2. Okay. The flying guy, seeing that happen, is going to now fly towards you within melee. An attack there. Oof, 9. Worse at melee than he was close. That's a natural 1. Just misses completely. Cannot get it up close and get it figured out. All right. So while this combat's going on, you you can see that the family's huddling in fear, but now you can feel that the ground is beginning to shake. But this time it's a bit stronger. And so the 4-legged guy is going to attack you. Oh, natural 1 again. Jeez, with these natural 1s, I'm just going to make them do damage to each other. What would be their damage? 6? Perfect. They both do natural 1s. You just kind of like duck, and they just stab each other over top of your head. Or slash each other. Okay, back to your turn, Kayla. The 4-legged guy is looking pretty damaged, and the spiny guy is he's kind of doing okay.
All right, well, we'll go on the quadruped there then. $18 to hit. Holy crap.
I'm going to allow you to transition your attack to the spine instead, because as you're about to attack the four-legged guy, you do see like a spear stab through the back of its head as the man has decided to help you out and stick up for you, and he does the final blow on that demon. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
can refocus. Your 18 still hits the spine.
Perfect. Maxed for 12 magical bludgeoning on that spiny flyer.
Holy shit! Nice. Okay, it's looking like real close to death. All
Thanks
right,
for the help.
one last. He kind of gives you a nod, but he's like trembling and almost dropping the spear. Um, that is a 15 and a 10. Both of those miss. All right, it's gonna try to fly away. Roll your attack of opportunity.
Yeah. 15.
That hits.
Its speed is 0.
Yep.
And it takes 8 more magical bludgeoning.
Yeah, and you just kind of bat it out of the air like it's a little insect, and it crumbles to ash. So as the last demon, his body is crumbling to ash, the family then huddles closer to you with the husband now dropping his spear, and you could feel again the ground begins to shake, stronger still. And
There's
now
more.
the sky,
Get in your caravan.
the sky fractures like glass. And yeah, they go scrambling to their cart and try to run
I was
away.
scrambling in the cart.
You're getting into it too. Okay.
Sky is cracking.
Um,
No.
from the heavens above, a burning fissure splits the clouds, and through it, hundreds of hellish portals tear open, spilling flame and shadow across the horizon. The mother screams, clutching her child. The father collapses, whispering, "The end! It's the end!" You raise your blade as the world itself begins to sing, a terrible, discordant hum that vibrates through your bones. The pull of the rift drags you from your footing. The sky collapses inward. The river, the family, the land, all twist into the same vortex of burning lights, and then nothing. Silence. You awaken under an unfamiliar sky. The ash is gone, replaced by the smell of clean earth and distant thunder. And we fade to black. Now, Arson had said he needed to step away for a second. I hope he's back.
I
Always
came
skip
back
'em.
and I heard what?
Hmm?
I was out in the bathroom and then I came back and I heard, "I hope he's back." Who?
You.
Oh,
You
I'm
ready?
back.
You back? Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
We fade back in. The air of this world. Actually, you know what? How much more do I? We are going. No, we've only been going for an hour. We'll do one more. The air of this world is thick with ash and static. The sky fractured by crimson streaks of lightning that never quite touch the ground. The plains are charred glass, and in the distance, jagged peaks rise like teeth of a long dead god. This is what remains of the world after the apocalypse, a land of endless dusk and restless spirits. Amid the ruin, only one place still calls to you, the mountain of fire and smoke, where the goddess of strife is said to sleep, entombed in her fury. We see a lone traveler making his way through this desolate landscape towards this mountain. Neon, would you please describe yourself?
Neon is a very physically young man. Um, a very physically young Chinese man. He has like shoulder length, maybe a little bit shorter, black hair, uh, up in like a top knot. He wears these orange and brown robes with these dirty, bloody, at one point white wrappings around his fists and around his feet, upon which he has no shoes, just um, wrappings around the softer skin of his feet, so the ball and the joints touch the ground and are calloused and hard. His fingers and his hands look like those of a man 3 times. They are hard and bony and tough and calloused. And when you look in his eyes, these dark brown eyes that almost seem black the way they swallow light, it is clear that he is someone who is both almost childlike in his optimism and has a level of wisdom that should not befit someone his age. It's clear that he's been through enough to come out with wisdom on the other side and things that probably he shouldn't have had to go through.
So, after a half a day of travel through scorched canyons, Neon catches the stench of burning flesh and hears guttural laughter echoing from a ravine ahead. The wind shifts, carrying with it the unmistakable scent of cooked meat. Down below, shadows flicker in the firelight. A small group of ragged figures hunched around a spit. The shape roasting above the flame is very distinctly humanoid. You can roll me a perception check.
If you know that.
That's where I'm a Viking. But nothing's gonna beat a low roll. It's only a 6.
Okay. It's too dark, and the smoke is kind of covering them, so you can see that there are people, or there's people around this flame, but you just can't really pick out how well equipped they are, who they are, and how many there are. What would you like to do?
I think Neon smells the smell of flesh cooking, and for a second, there's almost that look of like, there's almost a look in his eyes similar to when a shark smells blood. And then he is going to take a step back and look up. I'm in a canyon, and farther ahead are these cannibals, correct?
You're kind of on top of a ridge looking down into this ravine below you.
All the better. I'm going to can I step into bat stance and try to stealth my way past them?
Remind me again what bat stance allows you to do?
It allows me to add it allows me to take the hide action as a bonus action, and more importantly in this circumstance, it allows me to add my wisdom modifier to any stealth check I would like to make.
So with the purpose of avoiding them entirely.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt them, but I know that any interaction with them, or at least I think any interaction with them is going to end in violence. So the answer is to avoid an interaction entirely.
Yeah, roll me your stealth then.
Spend that focus point. I step into this like low stance where I kind of have my hands out and stealth. Okay, so that's a dirty 20, but I add my wisdom modifier to that, so 23.
Okay. Well, they rolled a 2 with their perception. So yeah, you handily are able to avoid this encounter altogether.
I think,
All right.
yeah, I think.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I think
No,
there's
no,
a
go ahead.
grumbling in his stomach, and he pulls out this satchel that his adoptive father had, and he opens it up and he pulls out a good berry and eats it.
So the path winds upward into choking mist. Each step hums with a vibration of something immense, something sleeping. This is, in course, in reference to the mountain. You've made it to your destination. Um, Runes carved into the mountain's block stone glow faintly as thunder rolls beneath your feet. At the summit, the air splits with a roar, not of weather, but of life. A mountain-sized shadow moves, and the ground itself shatters as a great Tarrasque bursts from the stone. Roll
Those are
me
pretty cool for
initiative.
level 3.
Roll me initiative against
Yeah.
a Tarrasque. Yes, sir. Am I still in bat stance? It only lasts a minute. Would a minute have passed by now?
Yes, a minute would have passed.
Okay, so I'm out of bat stance, but I did roll a dirty 20 on initiative.
Okie dokie. Yep, you get to go first. So it kind of burst through, but it doesn't like because of the big eruption of the stone around it and everything. It didn't really see exactly where you are, so it's not ready to attack yet. So you get first go.
Great. I'm gonna use. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use Step of the Wind. To as a bonus action take the dash action. And am I in melee range of the Tarrasque? Does it? And more importantly, is it aware of my presence?
It burst through with the purpose of attacking you. It just
Oh,
it kind
okay.
of
I thought
lost.
this
It
was
kind
like
of
a.
lost.
I thought this was like it waking up. I apologize.
It kind of lost sight of you during that. That's why I'm explaining why it's going
Yeah.
second, despite it. I'm not getting it like a
Yeah.
So it still
Okay.
knows you're there, and yes, you're within melee.
In that case, I'm going to burn a focus point to upgrade that Step of the Wind, which is not a subclass ability. It's just a thing that monks get to do now. I upgrade that Step of the Wind from just a dash bonus action to also giving me the disengage action as that same bonus action. And I am going to. How far from the lip of the mountain am I?
Up pretty far. Like you went through the whole ravine and everything like that. You kind of got to near the base, and you're just starting to climb.
In that case, I'm just going to take an action as a dash as well. So that will bring my movement speed up to. Sorry, mathematics. That'll bring my movement speed up to 120 feet. And I'm just going to haul ass. I haul ass.
Okay. All right, so you're all, what, 120 feet away from the Tarrasque then?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the Tarrasque's turn. Another Tarrasque bursts through the rock right next to you.
I
It's
feel like
now
there's a
within
pattern
melee
here.
range.
I feel like there's
The
a
one,
pattern here.
the one further down the mountain is now just wandered off and is doing its own thing. All right, it's going to attack you with its big old jaws. That is a 19 plus a 19. Does that hit you?
So Neon's
19
actually
plus
gonna die.
19. My armor class is 16.
Okay, so that is going to be 36 damage to you, Neon.
I have 27 HP. I am at 0 and making death saves.
Okay. So the Tarrasque colossal jaws snap shut, crushing everything around you. Darkness swallows your sight as pain blooms white hot. And then, impossibly, the world fractures again. The thunder becomes a scream of tearing reality. A light brighter than the sun bursts around you, and then silence. When you awaken, you're still in the Tarrasque's maw, but everything is wrong. The creature's body is gone, its massive head alone lying in a lush green field. Its eyes are lifeless, flesh cooling in alien air. You are alive, somehow. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Am I at full HP, by the way? 17 on the con save.
You just don't have to make death saves. You're at 1 HP.
Okal dokal.
You can roll me a nature check if you'd like. Now that you're kind of out, you crawl out of the mouth of the Taras. You manage to kind of bandage yourself up a little bit, stabilize yourself, and now you can look around and see where you are.
5 on the nature check.
I mean, it doesn't take much to see green, and that's pretty much what you see.
Yeah, I think Neon opens his eyes and he's bad. He has to like pull him. He spends a full 5 minutes just pulling himself off of one of its fangs, and he just says to himself, "Dubious ways indeed." And he steps out. He looks at all the green. He's fascinated and mesmerized. And he steps out, and he hears. I think he hears a little crunch under his foot.
You hear a faint chittering sound that comes from actually within the skull's shadow. You notice that lying kind of pinned underneath the Tarask head, a mantis, palm-sized and pale white with pink accents, lies there with one wing torn and legs twitching weakly. It tilts its head toward you, unafraid, as though recognizing something in your aura. If you'd like to, you could roll on animal handling or
Or what check?
animal handling or arcana, or I guess medicine would also be viable in this case.
Animal handling is my best. 19.
Okay. The mantis crawls onto your hand, chirping softly. Your first ally in this new world. What will you name him?
I like hold him. He just like walk off my fingers delicately. And then you bow.
The camera will hold. Yes, the excitement. The camera pulls back, adjusting scope higher in breast, a lone warrior standing in the shadow, holding a command mantis. As the sky above hums with strange new magic, and we once again fade to black. This is where we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Let's go.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to Fate and Folly: The Convergence. We just finished off our break, and we're going to continue off with episode 1. However, before the break, we were having some audio issues, and we were quite choppy, so I just wanted to check to see how that is going now. Let's see, anyone in the chat can let us know. And if not, if anyone else can figure out how to get in there and listen. Oh, I can pull up my. All good. I see it. It says all good. Okay. Well, at least I'm all good. So see how everyone else sounds. Okay. So we fade back in. The world above burns with tyranny, but beneath the roots of the mountains lies defiance. The Warren, the hidden heart of the Beastkin rebellion. It winds like a living labyrinth through stone and soil. Broad earthen tunnels curve like veins through the bedrock, their walls reinforced with timber and etched with murals of freedom and fury. Round, spacious dwellings open into communal hearths, their ceilings lined with glowing fungi and copper lanterns. The air is heavy with the scent of tallow, iron, and roasted grain. This is the last refuge of your kind, where beastkin live, train, and forge for the day they will rise again. You could roll me a history check there, Xenia.
Absolutely. I got a 18.
You can recall through your lessons while you've been in this warren that it was actually carved generations ago by escaped quarry slaves during the first uprising. A sanctuary born of desperation and pride. And you can roll me an insight check now, if you will.
That's an 8.
Ooh, it's just another day in the warren.
She's most likely training.
Well, You are. The forge glows like a miniature sun at the heart of the warren. The walls are blackened with soot, and the rhythmic ring of hammer against anvil reverberates through your bones. Beside you stands Dutch Vandersmith, your mentor and friend, a stout dwarven smith whose every movement is measured and deliberate. Behind him, his awakened spirit, I never got your pronunciation on this, Jarl Thurkon?
Uh, Second, will I look at the spelling again?
Jarl Thurkon. But I don't know why I wanted to say Jarl instead. Yeah, instead of the J. Jarl Thurkon.
Yep.
I will purposely never introduce this character again the rest of the campaign just so I don't have to say this name.
That's okay. You can just refer to the spirit as the spirit.
J. Oh wait, no, can't do that. Jarlathakon flickers faintly, a spectral dragon of living brass and coal, coiling lazily through the smoke above the forge. Its eyes gleam like embers. Dutch grunts in approval. Don't rush it, lass. Let the metal breathe. You rush the steel, it'll rebel. Same as we did. Together, you and Dutch work the molten plates, a suit of armor for one of the awakened spirits. So we know what the dwarven Dutch Vandersmith kind of imposes and looks like. But standing next to him and working this forge is Xenia. Xenia, what describe yourself?
Um, Xenia is a rather. I think she's rather tall. Oh, I don't remember her height. Well, Xenia is a Batkin female, with fiery red hair, some purple fur on her arms and body, and across her neck there's a very small scar. She's been rendered mute from when she was really young, and she mostly converses through either writing or she can converse with her spirit to have her spirit speak. Right now, her spirit would just be this tiny black shadow in the shape of a wolf that kind of just floats by her shoulder. She's not the biggest or strongest, but she's good enough to hold a hammer and wield it fairly well.
All right. So you and Dutch are working this metal right now. So you can roll me a smith's tools or tinker's tools or whatever you have in those kind of regard. Basically strength or intelligent based. As you work the metal.
That is a 14.
Oh, okay. Just good enough. Roll me a perception check as you investigate. You're perceiving, you're judging the quality of your armor.
Can I ask for that to be an investigation?
I don't know, team. What do you think? Should we call that investigation check?
No.
Yeah, sounds fine.
No.
Who cares?
Give them what they want.
I'm
That's
split
against it.
even right now. I'm gonna say yes. Okay.
Well, it makes the
Sure.
9
Roll
instead of.
investigation.
It's a 9.
Oh, it's a 9. Okay. All right. You roll me another Smith's check. You didn't catch the minor imperfection that you were supposed to.
Oh my lord. That's an 8.
Oh, that minor imperfection has now become a major work in the metal. Ay, 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 ay. So the armor, it warps slightly, and you see that Dutch has a bit of a scowl on his face. It'll do, but next time, you'll make the metal sing before the war drums do. Now, off to training with you.
She gives a little
He
click of her
tells
tongue and
you.
nods.
Tells you and Deimos to fuck off. Okay, so you make your way to the training facility then. The clang of steel echoes through the Warren's cavernous training hall. Torches flicker along stone walls, casting long shadows over the assembled warriors. At the far end, Dark Snout, a towering wolfkin general with silver-flecked fur and a scar running down his muzzle, barks orders. His awakened spirit, Vale, manifests as a majestic griffin of smoke and feathers circling above him. Its eyes blaze with the same intensity as his own. To his left, Wild Tongue, another wolfkin, watches quietly, his hand resting on the head of a massive spectral wolf, his spirit gruff, tail flicking in silent rhythm. Deimos, Darksnote growls. Show the new recruits how a warrior moves. So, roll me acrobatics or athletics for Deimos as he runs an obstacle course.
All right. Athletics. That is a 12 because I cannot roll above a 10 today.
Okay. Deimos stashes through a brutal agility course, leaning over swinging logs, dodging snares, slicing targets mid-roll, and then he returns, kind of giving you a smirk, but you can tell that it's a slight embarrassment because he definitely didn't do as well as he should, but the new recruits are still eagerly pleased. And then Dark Snout beckons you, Xenia, to follow suit, to go down the obstacle course. Can you roll me your own acrobatics?
All right. That is 17.
This was fairly impressive, Xenia. Showing up Deimos there. Not very often we see that. And Deimos, well, for a ghost kind of black specter that can't really blush, seems to have blushed in embarrassment for that comment. Now, to the weapons. Deimos, you must continue to practice. Get up to Xenia's level. So Deimos begins to run the circuit again, and they send you over to well, Darksnout himself comes with you, and you guys are going to practice with some weapons. So pick a random weapon, not a hammer, and roll me an athletics check.
All right. She's going to pick up a greatsword. Athletics?
Okay. Yes, please.
That is a unnatural 20.
Nice. Okay. Now you're using this weapon. At first, you set up with a dummy, just to kind of get the rhythm of the weapon again, and you're just getting right into it. So immediately, Dark Snout is like stepping in. All right, that's obviously not a challenge enough. Here, let's duel. And he pulls out his dueling sword, which is blunted. If you get to roll another athletics check with advantage, and you can swap weapons if you would like.
Any specific weapon? Oh, okay.
Now you could pick a hammer now if you wanted to.
Yeah, she will swap to a hammer because she doesn't want to cut him, but a little smack never hurt nobody.
So you lift a forge hammer from Dutch's rack, the same one that you actually had forged only days earlier. You can recognize your mark on it. So you can now roll me not only with advantage, but you can also add your smith's tools or tinker's tools. What is it you have? What tools?
They are Tinker's tool. She would also have
Tinker's tool.
Smith's tool. Oh yeah, it'll be in my inventory, huh?
Allow it.
yeah.
You've been working with the majority of your life, so I would say you'd have smith's tools as well.
Yeah.
So regardless, now roll with advantage as well as with your smith's tools proficiency.
Okay. So with Smith's tools, that would be. It's still a strength one, right?
Yes.
17.
Okay. So when you would swing the hammer, its weight just feels right. The strike lands solid and sure, echoing through the chamber. It's kind of like a block by Dark Snout, and it shatters his blunt training sword, and it lessens the blow, but you do go straight through it and straight into his chest, and he falls to the ground onto his ass. Gruff growls approvingly. Dark Snout nods kind of once to you as he coughs. Forge and fight. The same discipline. You'll go far with that hammer, girl.
Xenia raises both hands as if she's cheering, but she doesn't make a sound. Like,
Whee! And Deimos continues to run the agility course. And eventually the two of you are done training for the day. And you go meet up with your friend. Let me just find what's her. There we go. Indy. Ina. Yes. Okay. So hours later, you, Deimos, and Ina Song stand in the command chamber, a war room carved deep in the Warren's heart. The air smells of wax, ink, and damp earth. Neil Vorga, the sly foxkin informant, unfurls a map of the surface. His awakened spirit, Quill, a spectral feathered pen, is hovering beside him as it scratches notes in the margins. He says, a human encampment 2 leagues north, tapping the parchment with the location. They're keeping beastkin slaves. You strike after dusk. Free who you can, burn what you must. Ina squeezes your hand, her ears twitching nervously. Her wakened spirit, Den, a small bat made of starlight, rests quietly on her shoulder. It'll be fine, she whispers. We've done harder things before. You can... Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Xenia gives like several nods, like in agreement. She doesn't look upset by this. Like, woo. Deimos is like growling as he hears about what this camp is doing. He's like, those filth.
When you look back at the map, you can roll me an investigation check to try to memorize the guard location.
Right, that is a much better roll of 19.
Okay. You have it in memory now. You know exactly
Mhm.
are and where the slaves are being kept. So you're then basically going to head out on this mission. Is there anything else you would like to say to Ina before you leave? Well, she's coming with you, by the way.
Haha. Well, Xenia will kind of just go over and to the armored form of Deimos and just kind of reach in and pull out just a small fluffy spirit and turn to Ina. And through Deimos will speak like, good luck out there, I hope you have fun. And everything will be okay.
This is you have a weird way of looking at things there, my friend. But yes, I guess you have fun killing slavers too.
Big shrug.
I imagine that was a little bit more of you, Deimos, than it was Xenia saying it.
Deimos kind of just raises a paw and left and right.
So you guys gather your equipment, your hammer, and you head out on your first mission. The moon hangs high, pale and unblinking, as you, Deimos, and Ina move through tall grass. The inhuman camp below glows with torchlight. You see the beastkin captives, chained, starved, and beaten. The whip cracks. A low snarl builds in Deimos' throat. Den flutters ahead silently, and Ina knocks an arrow. You tighten your grip on your hammer, every muscle tense. You can roll me a perception check with advantage because you know the guard's positioning.
Well, thank God for advantage. That's an 18 instead of a 4.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Much better.
You manage to figure out exactly the weak point that you should be able to enter through without being seen. You can roll me a stealth check to move in, or you can roll me a kind of an intimidation or a performance check to try to rally the troops, and you can give them advantages in the actual combat.
Oh, I think she'll try to sneak in.
Okay, so roll me a stealth check then, with the rest of the rebellion moving in towards this camp.
17.
Okay. You guys get within range. of seeing where the guard positions are. You know exactly what needs to be done next. Dark Snout gives the order to attack, and just as the first arrows loose, Ina's included, the world shatters. The torches freeze mid-flicker. The sound of the whip dies. Light, blinding and endless, swallows everything. The air hums with power beyond comprehension. You awaken on soft grass beneath an alien sun. The air is warm, clean, wrong. The human camp is gone, the captives, the war, the warren, all vanished. Beside you, Deimos kneels, armor intact, breath ragged. You stand, gripping your hammer. Deimos kind of helps steady you, his gaze scanning the horizon. You get this feeling that he's just as confused, wondering where in God's names are we. The wind carries no answer, though, only the faint hum of the Convergence, echoing like the heartbeat of a new world, and we fade to black. You know what? We won't fade to black. I'll allow you one interaction with Deimos before we fade to black.
She's just kind of holding her hammer to like her side with one hand, her left hand scratching the top of her head tilted, like, "Oh, where did everything go?"
So wholesome. And then fade to black. All right. Fade back in. Kairos, so you back?
Can you hear
Excellent.
me?
Yes.
All right. The morning sun climbs over the cradle of the valley town of Seal. Magic and machinery hum together in fragile harmony. Irrigation channels sparkle with rune light, while copper pipes hiss with steam. The town smells faintly of soil and smoke, the scent of people who build what they can and enchant what they can. Windmills creak beside the spell wards, and from your small farmhouse window, you see the valley waking. Another day in a world that refuses to pick a side between progress and tradition. The old radio on your nightstand sputters to life, the familiar voice of the Seal broadcast service crackling through. Tensions continue between the technocratic Council of Lumeris and the arcane conclave of Carthal. Reports indicate another border skirmish earlier this week. Both sides claim they fight for peace. The radio hisses, then repeats the same line again, word for word. Roll me a perception check.
All right. Percept. Oh,
Perception.
that's a sweet, sweet 19.
Okay. The line repeats exactly the same way twice. You could swear you've heard that same part before and maybe even that same static. But the thought drifts away as quickly as it came. The door bursts open, and your friend Skip Baruch leans in. Straw hat crooked, grin lopsided. Guy, you planning on napping till the harvest's over? The moon horns broke through the lower fence again, and the wheat's about ready too. He tosses you your work gloves, already trudging towards the pens. Kairos, as you exit your farm into the morning air, describe yourself.
Kairos is uh, a fairly sturdy tiefling. He's got a feathered tail at the end. Blue eyes, wearing simple, modest farmer clothes, and keeps a long pole arm nearby, just in case.
Okay, you and Skip must round up the moonhorn cattle and harvest enough wheat before the noon sun scorches the crops. So, there's one of the moonhorn, which is it's basically, it looks like a very hairy cow with blowing horns, and it seems to have broken free, and it's kind of a little unsettled. It's panicked. What will you do, Kairos?
Just slowly try to approach, hand stretched out. It's all right. It's all right. Let's get you back in your pen, right?
Roll me an animal
Excellent,
handling check.
Handling.
Not a cow, it's a moonhorn.
That's a not so sweet 14. It's above
Oh.
average.
Meets it, beats it.
Ooh.
All right, so you manage to calm down this panic moonhorn before it charges and hurts anybody. And you can lead it back into the pen with the rest of. While you're moving one in, another one, a wily little male, decides to try to burst through. Roll me an athletics check to try to wrestle it down and get the stubborn beast back.
Okay. Now that back to the sweet rolls. That's a 22.
Oh yeah, with ease. Get the one in and immediately grabbing the other. With its momentum, you just turn it right back around and it goes running back into the... Close up the fence. It's like you've been doing this your whole life.
'Cause I have.
What?
That's a weird thing to say. Yeah, it's
Oh my
crazy.
god. It's almost like the DM went over your backstory.
Whoa.
Roll me a nature check as you
Neat.
go join Skip at the wheat fields.
That's a 12.
That is not good enough. So it seems that there is the sun's getting higher, and so some of these fields are at a higher risk of burning basically in the sun before you can harvest them. You just cannot decipher which one's best. So you pick one and hope that it's going to work out for you. Roll me an athletics check to haul some of this heavy grain that Skip has been harvesting for you. You have to do so at disadvantage, though.
Disadvantage. That sucks. Hot damn, still a 16.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, you managed to two at a time grab these sacks, run them back to the farm, and you harvest the entire fields in opportune timing. While Skip now can handle the rest, they're not as at high risk. You go take care of the stand there, Kai. I'll take care of the rest of these fields here. And so he sends you off to reinforce the enchanted glyphs that are on the irrigation rune. And they are they are controlling how your crops are being watered, and you got to reinforce those every once in a while. You can have a drought, or you could drown your crops. So please, when you go there, roll me an
Arcana, you said?
Arcana. Yes, please, sir.
Would you say that I might have advantage because I've been doing this my whole life?
Well, that would have implied everything you've rolled so far should be with advantage. Just because you rolled badly doesn't mean you get to know advantage.
Okay. Let me roll. Okay. Another 16.
Oh, you just beat this one. Okay. You successfully managed to reinforce these glyphs as if you have been doing it once again your whole life.
Wow.
And you look out, and the field gleams gold in the sun, and the herd seems to settle down, and they're glowing softly under their. And Skip kind of wipes sweat from his brow as he joins you. We might, yeah. Feels like we've done this 100 times.
I'm sure it's been over 100 by now.
You know what? You're right. You've always been the smart one. And as you wrap up your chores and the sun leans westward, you spot Nadia Collar jogging up the path. Bow over shoulder, hair tied back, her face set in that determined scowl you know too well. Howdy, Kai! Wolves again. 3rd week running. You up for a little hunting trip? Skip chuckles to himself.
Damn. All right. Yeah, I got my equipment. Let's head out. Skip, you
I'll
coming?
no, I'll stay with the cattle. Someone's got to keep an eye on them before they figure out how to open doors.
That's a good idea. That fence needs repairing, anyways.
Yes, I better find someone who knows how to do that.
Did
Well, as you join Nadia, roll me an
you say insight?
yes, please.
Man, all these mental checks is not working out for me. Never mind. It is working out for me. 15.
Okay. Nadia looks exhausted. You've seen her tired before, but this feels deeper. Like she's been reliving this same hunt over and over. The two of you.
Chasing
sorry,
these
go ahead.
wolves?
And the damn wolves, it's always a pain in the neck. But you gotta do it.
Persistent buggers, I know.
It's a
So-
living.
Yeah. It's a living.
We gotta do what we gotta do, but you know me there, Kai. I'm not long for this place. I have plans, I have a vision. I'll be living out in the wilds and the wonderful worlds eventually. Once I've earned enough of that scratch.
Oh yeah, you're gonna outlive us all.
Not if I keep hunting wolves. I'll die.
That's
Thankful-
you know what? You're right. You're right. Yeah.
Thankfully, I have you to help me up, Muscles.
These damn wolves. Let's figure these out today.
Damn
Yeah.
wolves!
Get back on track.
So the two of you trek through the valley woodlands. The air grows quiet, heavy with tension. Nadia crouches near fresh tracks. They're close. Keep sharp. And you can roll me a stealth check if you would like to move stealthily as you proceed.
Stealth check, huh? Okay. It's a 14. Just counting down with the ability checks here. 16, 15, 14.
Yeah. You're successful. You manage to move silently through the woods. Roll me a survival check. I'll allow it with advantage because she's gonna help you. She's gonna help you keep track of where you're going.
Oh, how generous. Generosity has you know what? It's been helpful. 11.
That's with advantage.
Yeah, that's with advantage.
Okay.
It would have been a 7 otherwise.
Okay. So as you're walking through, you then kind of start on the trail at all anymore, and then next thing you know, you're surrounded by a pack of dire wolves. Roll me initiative.
Ah, shit. Initiative. That's a sweet, sweet 16. It's my lucky number. Did you hear me?
Yeah. I'm just writing down the everyone else in the initiative. Okay, here we go. Yep. Oh God, really? Okay. Kairos, you're up first. There are currently 3 wolves surrounding you.
Uh, 3 wolves surrounding me. I'm gonna walk up to the nearest one, try and just swipe at it with my glaive. 14. Does a 14 hit?
Yes, 14 just hits.
Oh, that's really helpful. That's gonna be 10 slashing damage to that boy.
Thank you.
And you know what? I'm gonna action surge here. Might as well. Oof. I'm assuming a 23 definitely hits.
Definitely hits.
Okay. That is another 10 slashing to that boy.
Okay. With that, you manage to kind of carve up that wolf single-handedly, and it just kind of collapses to the ground dead.
S1 down.
What a beast.
Is that your turn then?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Next up, the two other wolves are gonna charge at you, having just killed that buddy.
I'm gonna bring it.
That is 17
That hits.
and a 24.
That, yeah.
All right, so that is gonna be 12 damage plus 8 damage. So 20 damage.
All right. Not
Hey,
feeling
Diddy,
great,
you know we're
but not
all
bad.
level.
You're all level what? Sorry.
Yeah.
Am
Chase,
I
I'm
not?
fine.
I can hear people. Can I? Okay, I can hear people.
just go Chase.
All right. So Nadia is just gonna shoot an arrow at one of the wolves. Oh, beautiful! That hits, and that is gonna be 5 damage to one of the wolves. All right. Back to you, Kairos.
All right. First things first, I'm going to use my second wind. God damn. Heal myself
Actually,
for
I believe
9.
I believe you told us earlier that you don't have second wind.
Shut up.
We determined he was lying. What are you talking about, James?
I leveled up since then.
Oh, okay.
We
Okay.
went from a level 3 fighter to a level 3 fighter. Get with the program.
Yeah, I took levels in fighter and abandoned
makes-
my 3 levels in fighter.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, obviously. Then gonna swipe at the bastard that dealt that 12 damage to me. Specifically the one that dealt 12. 17 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
Oof. Slashing. And
Right, how much slashing?
13. 13.
13.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Okay. Back to the wolves. They are going to. Oh, all right. That's a 12
That misses.
and a 19,
That, yeah, okay. That hits.
and that is going to be another 10 damage.
I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Nadia is going to shoot at the really injured-looking one. Oh, that's a perfect hit, and that's max damage. So the one that you've been hurting the whole time managed to, and then it's one too many things done to it. It was already on death's door, and it collapsed to the ground. One wolf remaining, and we're back to Kairos. Your turn.
Very nice, very nice.
Daniel, you're
18 to
at
hit.
20. Never mind.
My nat 20 is on cooldown.
8 does hit. Yes, we haven't had a natural 20 so far for episode 1.
It's on cooldown from last week. Uh, that's max damage, baby. 14.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my second wind again. To heal 4. 12.
Okay. It's going to attack you again. That is a hit.
It's a what to hit?
21.
That, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that's nine more damage. Nadia's gonna shoot at it. Oh, Nadia only did 1 more damage to it. That's not very much.
Nadia.
If you could only do 1 damage, why are you hunting dire wolves?
That's why she brings Kairos with her.
Man, yeah, this is my fight.
All right, back to you, Kairos.
Okay. One more
Finish him.
one more swipe. One more swipe. 14 to hit.
14 meets it, beats it. That would have been sad.
It's the last. This better be the last, anyways. 6 damage.
How do you want to finish it off?
I think I just glaive, stab it through the back and pin it to the ground. Just
And as you
drive.
kill the final wolf, Nadia walks. Have I lost Kairos? You're a little choppy right now.
I'm here.
Okay, perfect. As you finish the fight, Nadia walks up to you. Feels like we've been doing this before, doesn't it? She laughs softly. Guess wolves never learn.
They're not very quick studies. But, it's our responsibility to take care of them. Gotta do it.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
Gotta
So
do
you
what we
guys,
gotta
you guys obviously skin the wolves, take the pelts. Gonna take something out of this, or at least Nadia does. And as you make your way, the sun begins to set. 2 of you return. The sky burns orange. The wind carries the scent of ozone, and for a moment, everything feels still. Then the heavens split. A brilliant fireball streaks across the sky, trailing smoke and light, like a falling star or a spell gone horribly wrong. It crashes beyond the distant mountain. The shockwave hits seconds later, shaking the ground beneath your feet. You look up and more lights rise. Rockets, meteors, spells, tearing across the horizon. The valley glows with apocalyptic fire. Roll me a Arcana or Nature check.
Arcana or nature. Those both have the same modifier. It's a it's a 9.
9?
Yeah. What
Oh.
can I glean with 9?
Well, I want you to know this information anyway, so I'm gonna ice them. You realize these aren't spells; they're weapons, magic and technology clashing in open war. Then the light devours the landscape. Air turns to molten glass. Mountains tremble, and the sound is like the world's tearing. You and Nadia lock eyes for one impossible as a wall of fire races towards you from a distant explosion. Faster than you can breathe. Then the sky cracks. A violent pull seizes your body, gravity twisting in every direction. The flames halt midair, frozen. The sound vanishes, leaving a ringing emptiness. Colors invert, red to blue, white to black, as if reality itself is turning inside out. You reach for Nadia, but she's already gone. And then, silence. The explosion never reaches you. The valley, the mountains, the world of mirage, all gone. And we fade to black.
Oh.
Fade back in. It's been a few weeks since the Convergence tore through the realms. Each of you, displaced from your home world, have traveled across the strange and shifting lands of Finvar, drawn by rumors of safety, structure, and leadership within its mighty capital, Maintown. I just want to double check everyone's here before I can. So,
Indeed, I am.
Hi, Captain.
gotcha. Okay.
I'm here.
The road bends, and before you, the mighty walls of Maintown. Stone ramparts soaring high, banners of crimson and gold snapping in the wind. Beyond the gates sprawls a city that hums with life. Narrow cobblestone streets weave like veins through tightly packed districts. Stone towers climb skyward, their windows glowing with lamplight. Market criers shout over the din of merchants, blacksmiths, and street performers. The city moves with relentless energy, crowded, loud, and alive. A medieval echo of a great metropolis. Guards in red. One second. Oh, we're getting a bit choppy again.
Oh no.
Or is it just me? Am I just getting a bit choppy?
Yeah, you were a touch choppy for a sec.
Oh, maybe it was just a me thing then. How are we now, audience? My mic. It was just me. Okay. Am I better now?
Probably.
Okay for
Yeah.
now. Okay. Okay. Guards in red and silver livery patrol the streets. Despite their discipline, fatigue lines their faces. The city has swelled with refugees from across. You make your way to the inner city, where the throne room is located. As you make your way to the courtyard outside, the cobblestones tremble underfoot. A gust of hot wind sweeps through the square, scattering dust and petals from. Then, a sound like tearing fabric, followed by a scream that doesn't belong to any mortal throat. A rift opens in the air above you, a wound of red fire twisting outward, warping the space around it. From the portal spill demons, their claws scraping stone, their howls drowning out the cries of the people. Before you stand 3 of these flying spined beasts, almost like dinosaurs, lizards with wings. 3 like muck monsters, and 1 massive orange-haired, basically demonic-looking gorilla with red eyes. And among them, a small armored grunt moves a little bit differently than them, sharp, deliberate. If everyone in the party, minus Lindy, can roll me an Arcana check. Now, you have not met yet. This is kind of a you all happen to arrive at the exact same time kind of situation. So you're all making these rolls, but you're not.
Okay.
Roger.
11.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Did I get the first nat 20 of the campaign?
Did you get the first nat 20?
Did you get the first
Oh.
net 20 of the campaign?
Let me rephrase
Yeah.
that question. Did anyone else get the first nat 20 of the campaign with me?
You got the first net 20 of the campaign.
got the first nat 20.
Hey, 21 total.
I got
That is the first natural 20 that counts as a pass for everybody. That also gets Coal Cinders.
Let's
Inspiration.
fucking go!
Hey.
Am I still at 1 HP? This is an important question for
Oh
me.
no, this is like I said at the beginning of this spiel. It's been weeks, so everyone's back to
Oh,
full
sorry.
HP.
Somebody came to my door when you said that.
What
So
what can I glean with a 3 in Arcana? What?
doesn't matter. Somehow Cole is emanating this knowledge that everyone else pick up on.
He
You
100th monkeys
recognize
us.
you recognize that the magic that you're detecting from these beings is infernal. It's not tied to the Convergence experience. Those of you who would like, you can roll me persuasion or intimidation checks to as a free action to kind of control the crowd a little bit.
Absolutely, we'll roll persuasion.
Can I roll an insight check and size up that orange-haired guy? No. Let me size up the sludge monsters.
I rolled a 6, but since I am an eloquence bard, that's actually a 17.
Fuck.
Fellas,
That's nice.
fellas, did I roll the first
12.
nat 1 of the campaign?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did I?
No, Diddy rolled a couple.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the DM has rolled a
Oh.
couple natural ones already.
I rolled a 13
Well,
intimidation.
I'm the player. So I'm the player.
Okay.
Yeah, first player now. First one that counts. That matters.
Nat 1 for 3 persuasion. I'm telling them to keep running.
Go towards the demons. Be fodder. Get in there.
Yeah,
Save me.
you can fight them.
Listen, Kairos believes he is a border collie and just starts barking at them as a herding dog.
Okay. Sorry, Cole, you got a what again for your persuasion?
17.
17. Okay. So yes, Xenia and Cole, you can manage to rally the fleeing, and they are now kind of citizens and helping them get to safety. You kind of got them in order, being like, "What the doing? Don't run away. Let's do this." You do also manage to Tyro stop telling them to go the wrong direction. He has no idea what he's doing. With your rolls. What's your insight check again, Neon? That's part of your ability, right?
Correct. So you need to have one of the sludge guys roll a deception check against my insight because I am from such a violent world that being able to size the other guy up is such an important and vital ability that everybody has it. My insight check was 23 because I can cast guidance on myself because I'm him.
That's their deception check, you said, right?
Correct. You roll
Yeah.
deception.
They had a -4 in charisma. Sorry, excuse me 1 second.
Bless you.
I know that he's sneezing, but it sounds like he just violently threw up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, I sneezed pretty hard.
You
Sorry, I
sneezed
had to
really
make
hard and then were immediately dead silent, and I fully thought you died.
Yep.
No, it's because I had to mute. I had to mute myself because I was
It's that
when
thing
I
where you
sneeze.
dislodge the crucial piece of spine into your fucking.
Yeah, I thought I thought Diddy just sneezed his brains out.
His soul ascended from
um,
his knees.
I'm back.
You shift your brain stem in a weird way, and it kills you.
Well, they got a -4 in charisma and they rolled a 2, so that's a -2 roll. Yeah. What do you want? What is it you were looking for?
Resistance. No, vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities.
What are they vulnerable to?
Yes, you have to tell me. I believe it's one of their vulnerabilities. Maybe it's all of them. Let me check.
What happens if I don't have anything listed as something that's a vulnerability to?
Then they have no vulnerabilities, and you tell me that.
Yeah, they have no vulnerabilities.
Okay.
They have other things.
Sometimes
For a
you
minus,
just
for a
make
minus,
bad-
for a -2, we'll just pick something else. Just because it's the first time using it.
Resistances.
Resistances. They are resistance to cold.
Do not strike them with ice.
not a
Um,
problem.
Okay, so as you guys are kind of squaring up these
What
people, you
are
see that the
you,
guards are
strange
taking care of the
fire?
citizens, and they are kind of, getting them out of the way. You guys are kind of in this courtyard now with the demons, and among the demons there is the smaller demon. It kind of it lunges, but not at you, but at another demon. Her strike is clean, efficient, practiced. As the creature falls in a spray of black ichor, the grunt's helm splits open, revealing the face beneath. This is Lindy Suku. Her expression is fierce, focused, and very much alive. She fights alongside you now, against the demon foe. And that is where we're going to leave off episode 1 of Fate and Folly: The Convergence. Oh, we will be
Everybody
Pause.
clap. Everybody cheer.
I have to push to talk. I can't.
Yippee, yippee, yippee.
Get on my
Yay.
page, guys. Get
Well, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for playing in the start of our new campaign. I'm very excited to see where this goes. I already have 20 plans. But that's kind of where we're going to lead things off. I had a little bit more, but I feel like this is a good stopping point rather than getting into combat this late.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
Okay by me. So we will reconvene in a couple of weeks. So we're going to be doing bi-weekly. So 2 weeks from now, we'll be doing our next episode 2 to Fate and Folly. I really hope that you all join us again. Thank you for tuning in, and from all of us here at Folly, we will say goodbye now. Goodbye. It was nice seeing you. Thank you for
Bye.
tuning in.
Bye.
Goodbye. See you later.
Bye.